Storm Tracker Doppler and voted by you as the best newscast in the Ark limits. This is NBC 10 News at 6.
Thanks for joining us on your weather station. I'm Christina Jensen. Entergy is strongly suggesting customers conserve energy immediately. In the last hour, we have seen a huge spike in power outages across our area. NBC 10's Maya Hudgens is live in West Monroe tonight. Maya, what can you tell us?
Christina, power companies are wanting to remind residents that this heavy ice will take down power lines. To give you an example of what that could look like, I'm going to have Hunter zoom in on this tree behind me. You can see this ice is so heavy that it's weighing down this limb, and you can see the ice is just so thick around these tiny branches. Now, this can be a problem for some people, and it could leave you at your house in the dark. You know, we don't want to alarm you. We just want to prepare you. So get those devices charged, candles and flashlights ready to go, and blankets to keep you warm. If you haven't lost your power yet, Entergy, Concordia Electric, and Claiborne Electric want you to limit your usage if possible to prevent rolling blackouts. Last night, Louisiana saw rolling blackouts where almost 5,000 people were without power. Officials say it was restored by 9 p.m. Now, Claiborne Electric says rolling blackouts could be a possibility tonight, but they have requested a notice before it has to happen so customers will be aware. According to Entergy's website, there are currently more than 38,000 customers without power in the state of Louisiana. Ouachita Parish is leading the state with the most power outages, and that's around 5,000 customers. In Caldwell, there is more than 3,000. In LaSalle, there's more than 1,000. And the other parishes in our area are seeing less than 150 customers without power. Approximately 20,000 CLECO customers across Louisiana are without power due to freezing rain and ice that began this afternoon. And around 837 Claiborne Electric customers are without power in their 6-parish coverage area and restored power to more than 19,000. It's important to remember that when these power lines go out or if they fall down on the road, you need to always assume that they are live. This is a safety matter to make sure you're safe and those around you. Reporting live in West Monroe, I'm Maya Hudgens.
Thanks, Maya. For the latest on power outages, just head to our website, myarklimits.com. And there have been at least 17 deaths in Texas because of the winter storm. Some of those are linked to carbon monoxide poisoning. NBC 10's Gabrielle Pfeiffer spoke with fire officials here about what not to do if you lose power and are in need of some quick heat.
The deadly winter storm in Texas have fire officials in Arkansas on high alert. Multiple people have died in the neighboring state as a result of carbon monoxide poisoning. One situation involved a woman and an 8-year-old girl. Reports indicate a car was running in the garage to create heat since power was out inside the home.
We generally just really encourage people not to do that at all.
Because you can't see, smell, or taste the poisonous gas, Arkansas hasn't seen extreme outages for a length of time like Texas. But if you do feel like you need to get some heat from your vehicle,
move it in a well-ventilated area. Make sure you're not sitting in the deep snow or anything like that, because carbon monoxide is being produced anytime your vehicle is running.
The same thing goes for using items like grills and portable generators and heaters. Both should not be running inside enclosed spaces at all. If we do lose power, Will Height says the best thing to do is layer up and use plenty of blankets. And if you're fortunate enough to have power, offer some help to someone else.
Or you have electricity and you know somebody that doesn't, offer them a hot shower and a hot meal.
Reporting in Cross-State, I'm Gabrielle Pfeiffer.
And Will Height also says if your power goes out, make sure to turn off all power switches so that you do not start a fire. And we have an update to a story we brought you last night. We continue to ask DOTD crews for a status on when our roads will be clear. NBC 10's Hunter Elise is live outside our studios in West Monroe tonight. Hunter, what's the latest on this?
DOTD says there's no chance of reopening those closed roads tonight, but they do have a plan now set in place, though it will depend a little bit on the weather. Chief Meteorologist Jared Floyd tells us that we could start seeing these roads potentially open up as early as Friday. But until then, they do have a plan that they are going to sand and salt these roads as soon as they can to kind of start create some traction for the vehicles. They also say DOTD says their trucks on the road will help break up up some of the ice because of the weight of their vehicle. As for tonight, though, crews are just waiting on standby, waiting for the right opportunity to effectively de-ice and open up the roads.
Really need temperatures to get close to freezing and above for that, and if we're lucky, we'll get some sunshine as well start to peek through, and that'll really help speed up the process too.
The DOTD is also reminding drivers to just stay off the road unless you absolutely have to. That way, when they are able to start clearing those roads, they can do it without other vehicles in the way. They're also sending out a reminder about barriers. If you see a barrier over a bridge or an overpass, they're advising you to not drive over it, just for your own safety and for the road safety, because it is a little dangerous until they can get that area clear. Reporting live in West Monroe for your weather station, I'm Hunter Elise. Christina.
Moving on now to other dangers associated with cold weather. Freezing rain continues to coat vegetation, cars, and roads, making for a very dangerous situation. NBC 10's Kyla Scott has more from Richland Parish tonight. Kyla?
That's right, guys. This storm can be classified as a Disney movie, Frozen, or Beauty and the Beast, but I'll go with Beauty and the Beast, and here's why. Take a look at some of these beautiful images that I captured earlier today of the icicles hanging from the overhangs of homes, and even some of the shrubs have icicles cascading down from that freezing rain falling and just freezing in place. So those are some of those beautiful things, but the beast of this storm, check this out. This vehicle slid off the roadway and almost into the ditch trying to cross this railroad crossing. And so you want to be mindful of those kind of things that we keep reinforcing as the storm continues, is to stay off of the roads. Make sure that you are aware of your plants, pet, people, and pipes. Those are the 4 P's that you need to continue to monitor as we make through this storm. And so, of course, we will continue to bring you coverage as the storm continues across our area. I'll send it back to you. Reporting for your weather station in Rayville, Louisiana, I'm Kyla Scott.
Boil advisories are in place for many areas because of the cold temperatures. Currently, the following companies have issued advisories: Columbia Heights Water District, Hammock Water, Nebo Water System, River Roads Water Works, and South Bayou Macon Water. The CDC says during a boil water advisory, your water could be contaminated. That's why you should use bottled water or boiled tap water for drinking and food preparation. Also, don't expect your garbage to be picked up. It's been suspended in several areas due to the weather. Those areas include Monroe, West Monroe, Ouachita Parish, and Morehouse Parish. To stay updated on when your garbage will be collected, just head to myarklamis.com. We also have compiled a list of pharmacies that are open tonight. These pharmacies include Walmart Pharmacy on Louisville Avenue in Monroe and Super One Foods on East Madison Avenue in Bastrop. Please remember to call those pharmacies before heading in just to make sure that they are open. And one man in Hamburg is helping people during these winter storms. Take a look.
Does it make a difference what other time?
No.
Okay.
No difference.
All right, babe, I'll be back.
Thank you. Okay.
You ready?
You're listening to Gary Williamson. He has been driving his four-wheeler around town this week, checking on elderly and disabled residents. He has been making sure they have food and other supplies. What a good deed. Coming up next on your weather station, take a look at this frozen pond in West Monroe. NBC 10 reporter Queen Star Benini has more from this area.
Hard freeze will make roads very dangerous tonight, and despite some of this wintry precipitation starting to lighten up across the region, prepare for power outages tonight. A full look at the forecast as NBC 10 News at 6 continues.